All right, guys, Josh Tolley here on the floor of the DNC in Philadelphia. Wanted to give you a little bit of an update. First, on the venue itself, terrible, terrible. I am not somebody who plays parties. You know that. You know that I am one of those people who believes that the two-party system is the evil that is the problem with this country. Our founding fathers warned us against the two-party system, said it's death on a stick, and it certainly has proven to be. But with that said, I have to admit that the Republicans did a much better job with their event than this one. With the exception of the flag that you see in the corner of the shot, now that they're testing the scene, most of this stadium is gray and blue. There's no patriotic feel to it at all. In addition to that, it's extremely unorganized. Nobody knows where to go, nobody knows where to set up, nobody knows what door to go into. There are people who work here who've been asking me where to go. It's just been absolutely pathetic. That same is true outside of the venue itself. Nobody knew where to park. They changed parking lots while they were in the middle of parking us. And it is a reflection on the DNC because it was the DNC's organizing body that made this happen. So it is a reflection on the DNC. And it was terrible. That was terrible too. So from an organizational standpoint, terrible. The people who are working the event, terrible. Very condescending, extremely condescending. The Democrat, the DNC representatives that are supposed to show us around where to go, condescending not only to me but to each other. You should see the bickering between each other. It's pathetic. So there's that. Outside of the event, we have tens of thousands of protesters who are upset at what the DNC is doing. They are mad at Hillary Clinton, think she should be in prison for multiple crimes. And that's true, so no wonder Democrats are having a hard time stomaching voting for that. They makes them want to puke a little bit in their mouth thinking, ooh, Hillary Clinton. They're also upset about what the DNC has done with Bernie Sanders, essentially robbing him of the process that was supposed to be democratic. What's so funny is this is the party that runs around chanting, "This is what democracy looks like," and they don't do it. It's terrible, absolutely terrible. But there's an overall feeling of kind of gloom. It's kind of gloomy. So between the lack of organization, the lack of patriotism on the inside, how the party is kicking the teeth of its members, no wonder so many Democrats are thinking, well, there is no way I can vote Democrat this year. And Hillary Clinton is evil on a stick. And I think that's one thing that I find uplifting about this, is how many Democrats know that. How many Democrats are at least acknowledging, wow, our country is being ripped away, our party has been ripped away by somebody who should be in prison. So, a lot of people who are upset and frustrated by this. And yeah, there's more celebrities here. There are. I mean, we've run into a lot more music and Hollywood celebrities at this one than we did the last one. But so what? I mean, that too just kind of shows that they hope you're stupid. They hope that you're I don't know, lured in by a movie star or a Katy Perry or a Paul Simon who was just on the stage behind me moments ago. It's sick and twisted to think that Hillary Clinton and this party are getting away with what they're getting away with. Folks, I just told you that I am not a fan of the two-party system, and I am not. But we have got to prevent Hillary Clinton from becoming the next president. If you have to vote for Trump, if you have to vote for Gary Johnson, if you have to vote for Jill Stein, vote for somebody other than Hillary Clinton, because this is evil on a stick. She should be in prison. This convention is going to be a reflection of her power. That's what this is. This is going to be her flexing her might. And what's different about this convention versus the last one, even though both conventions are full of statists, and I hate statists, even though both conventions are full of statists, at least the last convention had statist optimism. This one has, well, we need to control you. We need to have a socialist agenda. And I've been around a lot of liberals before. I'm from Madison, Wisconsin, home of crazy liberals. But to be around so many of them is, CBS made me move. Want me to move here? I can't get out of that shot. Because I was here first. No, you weren't. I was standing there.
The awesomely cool.
We're getting in a fight with CBS.
Oregon is proud to occupy.
So if you're wondering what we're doing,
rows on the convention floor and are grateful for being near the restrooms.
So there's that.
Madam Secretary.
That sort of attitude has been prevalent this whole thing, and they think you're stupid. So we'll give you another update. I got to go fight with CBS. We'll be back. So there you go. I'm now standing where Scott Pella or Pelly or Pansy or whatever his name is. I'm now standing where he was standing because, well, we just don't play like that. I see that though it kind of goes with what I was saying before. The attitude here is completely different. It's an entitlement-based attitude. It's an entitlement-based mindset. Even on the part of the media that's covering it, there's this elitist mentality. If you are opposed to the elite, there is no way you should be voting for this party. If you are opposed to the ruling class, there's no way you should be voting for this party or watching that guy's show. Did you see that crazy pansy posy? What was that? Anyway, the reality is that this whole thing kind of has that attitude on it, and I might end up losing my press credentials. We'll see, because nobody behind this camera seems to be liking what I'm saying at all. Matter of fact, my bodyguard staff is blocking some people. Yeah, this might happen. This might happen. It's funny. I'm on the floor of the Republican convention calling status, and they don't like it. But you deal with it because you're a bunch of statists. But you do it here, man, they get their panties in a twist. They're like little kids. And yeah, I'm talking about you. Anyway, so we're here at the DNC dealing with a bunch of crazies, and we're going to continue updating you. If CBS gets in our way again, well, we'll bring you that too. There's a new voice in media, folks. I am so sick and tired of this talk show host who just talk. We're going to do things differently. We're going to continue to bring change. We're going to continue to bring growth, hope, development. We're going to continue to do seminars. We're going to continue to offer classes. We're going to continue to create products that empower people's lives, because this is what matters. Freedom is what matters. And when you have a situation where you have a convention like this that's supposed to represent freedom, and instead it represents oppression, it represents you can't do it, so let the government do it for you. When it represents, you're too stupid to make up your own mind, so let somebody like Hillary do it for you. That's the sort of stuff we need to fight. That's the sort of stuff where we need to wake people up and say, no, we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to become Americans. And you know what really irritates me? They are having this convention in Philadelphia. Nobody in 1774 would have agreed with any part of this platform. Nobody. Matter of fact, having it here is a desecration to their memory, if you think about it. These were the people who said, we want to be free from government intervention. We want to be free from government control. And what is this party about? How do we get more government control? So back to my point, to make sure you do whatever you have to do, vote for who you have to vote for to make sure Hillary Clinton does not get this nomination. Or, well, she's going to get the nomination, but to make sure she doesn't win the presidency, make them have to steal it. People say, well, Josh, the vote's rigged. Yep, it is. But make them have to steal it then. Make them have to make them have to take it. Just like I'm trying to get pushed out of this spot again. I swear to It's going to be an interesting week. Hey, thanks for watching. If you loved what I had to say, then subscribe right here. If you hated what I had to say, subscribe right here. It's fun being mad on social media, isn't it? Either way, I'd love to hear from you. Send me an email right there.